Morning world, welcome to Friday 29th of November. Slightly different start to the day today. We're going car shopping. Don't get too excited. I mean, yes, I am looking to buy a car. Not something I'd planned to do, but it's something that has come out of necessity. Partially from my dad. He can get into my van, but he really struggles to get out of it. And he struggles to get in and out of my Land Rover. And it's definitely not getting any worse. I mean, I took him to look at his, a potential new toy last week in a Transit, which I thought would be easy for him to get in and out of. And even that, he struggled with. So, yeah, I'm looking for a cheap and cheerful, £1,000 little, preferably 4x4. Something that I can take to the farm, pick Dad up in, take him around the farm, or if he's got to do a hospital trip or something, I can get into hospital. So yeah, nothing very flashy. It's not going to be a nice new shiny Range Rover, that much I can promise you. Anyway, I'm on my way to Stroud to look at, I think it's a 2005 plate, same year as our new cherry picker, our new used cherry picker. I think it's 2005 plate, Toyota RAV4. Now, one of the reasons we looked at the RAV4, although famous Dave took the piss at me, he said, oh, it's a hairdresser's car, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, I think you can take the back seats right out of it. So for me, it means I can get any mobility stuff that Dad's got in the back. I can use it as a van, because it's not often I have someone in the back. So if I can have something that I can just set the back seats out, space, then it might even, over the winter period, I might mothball my Fiesta van, this, and just drive around in that. It might just be a cheap option for getting around when the weather's not so good. And then come the summer, if I don't need it, or spring, I'll just flog it again. So, unless I like it, and then you never know. Or one of the tree team steals it. You never know. Well, there it is. I mean, nothing special. Paint's seen better days, but I reckon my dad would get in and out of that a lot easier than my van, and even more easier than my Land Rover. So, yeah, all right, it's a bit of a hairdresser's car, but I don't care. I got a job for it. So, providing it works. Definitely four-wheel drive. The previous owner was obviously a fisherman. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Better that than a boy racer. Right, well, we'll wait for the seller to turn up and we'll have a chat with him and maybe we'll take this home. Right, so good news and bad news. I have bought the car. It was cheap. He's going to put a nice new MOT on it for me and at least one tyre, because he's got a bit of wear on two front tyres. I think one's going to be past MOT and one's not. It is suitable for what we want. It drives quite nice. I've had a lot of drive out of it. The downside, which I couldn't believe, in fact we had to check, is £415 a year road tax, which was a little bit more than I really wanted to pay just to do. I mean, it's only going to do a couple of thousand miles a year, if that. But then you think about it, it's ideal for the height and the seats and everything else like that. My dad will be able to get in and out of there. Not easy, but a lot easier than in and out of this, and leaps and bounds easier than getting out my Defender. So it does give me the chance to move him around should I need, and it also gives my missus, because she has to go up over the A46 towards Bath to go to work. If we've got a bit of an iffy day, this thing's permanent four-wheel drive. I think I prefer her in that than her Fiesta. And again, it's a cheap car. If it got involved in an accident, I probably wouldn't even bother claiming on it if it was just damage to us. So somebody else damaged it, fair enough. But yeah, it was one of those things. I didn't think I'd be buying a car. I've not needed a car for ages, but with Dad, the weather and everything else, I just think belt and braces. Right, home. Somebody, one of you guys is sitting in my front yard waiting for me. He rang up and said, "You home?" "No, I'll give you half an hour." "Oh, I'm so-and-so and so-and-so from so-and-so. I made the comment on this, that and everything else." And he said, "I'm in your area." And he said, "I've got something for you." And I said, "Well, you will have to wait half an hour because I'm not home." He goes, "That's all right." He said, "I'll sit in the car park." And he said, "I can see Holly. I can see Holly in her cabin." "Well, go and aggravate her then. I'll see you in a minute." Well, that was an interesting and enjoyable half an hour. Actually, it's probably more like an hour and a half, actually. So I had a visitor from one of you folks who lives on the South Coast, about 150 miles that way, but grew up just up the hill here. So local boy. And he called in with a couple of beers, which I'm going to share with Funky Farmer, and a generous donation towards the DFib fund. So thank you very much indeed. And yeah, a really interesting conversation. Yeah, he and I seem quite like-minded. So anyway, now I've got to put a trailer on. Oh! Yeah. Gotcha! Hold it in. No, you can keep that. Yeah. It's one of the few joys of being a dad, especially with daughters. You know, the privilege of being mean. Anyway, I've got a roller to return and a Kubota RTV to collect from Iron and Earth. Apparently all the repairs and the service, everything is done. It was a few quid's worth of work, but I think just the door, just the glass door was 690 quid or something like that. It's like, ouch. Anyway, yes, I got to take, hello, there's Ewan. I got to take the roller back and collect Dad's toy. Right, that's loaded. Let's go. What are you eating? What did you find in there? Oh, you didn't give her anything. What did you eat? She just snuck in the barn where the guys are having their tea break. And I reckon I reckon you carried it out and you've just, little tinker. Right, we're on our way down to Barclay, Iron and Earth, give Barry, Paul and Scott back their roller and pick up Dad's little Kubota. So yeah, he'll be happy. Happy to be back on the road again, terrorising the locals. That A38's nice and quiet for a change. Give that an hour. It won't be then. space have I got in here today? It's a dinky little tractor, isn't it? I could have one of them as a pet. Well, there's this Kubota. Ooh, it looks a bit shiny. Or that one. Little 4-in-1 bucket. Right, I'm going to sort the paperwork out. I got a funny feeling Scott's going to do the honours. Barry got it off, maybe Scott's going to put it on. Scott, come right forward. Yeah, it's got to come right at the front or I can't shut the tail. Yeah, he's long enough but not too long. So. It's like it was made to measure nearly.
It is, isn't it, really?
You really think, well, I haven't even got to strap it down, where's it going to go? Till the police stop you.
That's the problem though, isn't it?
Yeah, they get a bit carried away with that. Yeah, they do get a bit carried away with that, don't they? So, yeah. Right, lovely. Yeah, I think I just strapped him down on the front and strapped him down on the back. There's not much else you can do with it, really.
Not really.
Right, don't forget the customary. That's not going anywhere. And nor's that. Let's take him back his baby. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we're gonna go see your friend now, aren't we? You can go and growl at her. You like that, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. You trying to tell me something? There's nothing in there, it's empty. Nothing in it. No, look, it's empty. Nothing. But in here, I do have some of them. You can have one of these, how's that? Before we get on the road. Was it Stinky Pinky? Oh, they do stink as well. There you go. Don't say I never give you anything. I think he had his pump wound out a bit. Whoa. Shiny. Looks like a new one. God, smells like a tart's boudoir in here. Right, nice new glass. That's it, it's home. Ooh. We'll put that back in. I'll get up close and personal now. Where's my all? There it is. Go on, get in her. Get in her. It's not supposed to be this hard. It's supposed to be easier than this. Get in there. Got it. Oh, I forgot the lens. Oh well, I can get one of those.